forward to this computer. All right. Good evening, everyone. Tonight is Wednesday night, 8 p.m., and tonight is Q&A. And tonight is also pizza night. We ordered pizza for quite a few of our members, everybody that sent in their addresses and their phone numbers. We either order pizzas or those who we were not able to order for, but they sent in the information. We sent them like $20 over the Cash App so that they can get their own pizza. So that's what we're doing tonight. Tonight is our pizza night. We're gonna try and do this, on occasion, not every Wednesday night, but we're gonna try and make it, kind of like a recurring thing, as time goes on. But it won't be every Wednesday night, okay? But tonight is Q&A. So, like always, first of all, I want to thank All Truckers United, Freight Brokers Club on Facebook for allowing us to broadcast live tonight on their Facebook pages. As always, we're on the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and a couple other pages. So, before we get started with the Q&A, let me make a quick announcement and go over something real quick here. I'm going to start sharing my screen. Everyone should be able to see my screen now. For those of you who are members of our platform, you can go to the back office site over at mydispatcher.org. That's singular, not plural. That's mydispatcher.org. And you're going to go over to the, what area are you going to go to? You're going to go over up to the top on the More button, and you're going to click on to where it says Live Weekly Training and Curriculum. And then you're going to click this button right here, join the online meeting, and you'll be able to join us live and participate in the Q&A. For those of you who are not subscription paying members, you just have to watch. Us on Facebook, you won't be able to participate. And I don't really click back and forth to Facebook to answer questions because that's reserved for our subscription paying members. So for those of you who are subscription paying members, go ahead and log on. And I want to go over something real quick here. Now, remember, if you're gonna be having conversations off mic, mute your mics, please, because it comes through and it disrupts the recording. Okay, so whatever you're saying, whatever you're doing, the mics pick it up, and it comes through on the recording, and it's very disruptive. Okay, we want to have a good session, so make sure that if someone else is, asking a question or trying to get an understanding of something, try not to interrupt or try not to, and I know a lot of you all are not doing it on purpose, but you have to remember these mics are very sensitive. They pick up everything. So let's remember that. All right. As I was about to say, go to your back office site, and I actually did a couple of live consultations today with Mr. Torino, one of our new members. And one of the things that we went over on yesterday on his private consult was the follow-up pitch. Now, I know a lot of you all, you just, call up the carriers and you kind of just wing it. Well, you can do that, but I promise you, your closing averages are never gonna go up significantly until you learn that pitch, until you learn how to deliver that pitch. If you're not practicing the pitch and you're not getting carriers, well, there's a correlation between that. If you practice the pitch and you get good at the pitch, I promise you, you will close more carriers. More carriers will sign up with you. A lot of you all, I listened to the student broadcast the other night, and a lot of y'all were saying stuff like, well, when I call, they hang up on me. Well, because you're not. I never get hang-ups. I don't know why. If I call someone, and the reason I don't get hung up on right away, and the reason why I'm able to keep their attention because I've learned how to engage them. And if you're not taking the time to learn the pitch, you're not taking the time to watch the videos and see how I pitch the pitch, then you're doing yourself a disjustice. I promise you, you are. You're doing yourself a grave injustice, because if you're calling up the carriers and if you're not coming off a certain way, they're immediately going to turn you off. So they're immediately going to think, well, it's just another spam call. When I call up carriers, the first thing I try to do is, when I'm looking for carriers, when I go and look for them, I try to get something that identifies them, so that when I call them up, I don't sound like I'm just calling up out of the blue. And it kind of catches them off guard. Even if I don't have their name, I try to figure out their location, because if I'm looking them up on Truckers Pad, it tells me what state they're in, and it tells me pretty much where they are. If I'm looking them up on the other one, it tells me what the company's name is, and it tells me who the owners are. But when I call them up and I say, John, he's looking at me like, he's thinking like, who's this guy? Who's his name? And how does he know my name? So I didn't just call up and say, hey, Mr. Carrier, I'm calling you because I'm a dispatch. That's not what I say when I call them up. If you all notice on all of the pictures that you all see me do, I try to make it real personal. I call them up and say, hey, John, how you doing? I see you down there at such and such truck stop. How's it going there tonight? How's it going there today? And they're like, it's going okay. Who is this? Oh, John, this is Calvin with the RBBS Distance Learning Center, and I was just calling you because I want to know how much money you need to move your truck. And the reason why I want to know that is because we understand that not all carriers can move freight for the same amount. I go right into my pitch. Okay? And even when they try to get off the phone, I still hold them there. Because you all have got to, if you are going to let every carrier you call, if you're going to let 8 out of the 10 carriers you call just slip out the back door, then you're not maximizing your efforts. You got to find a way to hold these people. And you do that by becoming comfortable with the pitch. If you're not comfortable with the pitch, you're not going to sound comfortable. And they're going to know it on the other end. Okay? Really, the person on the other end, they're just playing off of you. They're taking their cue from you. So if you're nervous, you're laughing a lot, you're nervous and you're talking real fast, you're nervous and you sound unsure of yourself, they're gonna pick that up and they're gonna end that call. Okay, so you have got to get comfortable with the pitch. That's the key to the whole thing. You must get comfortable with the pitch, and the pitch will keep you on track. The pitch will keep you in the bounds. It won't let you just start going all off out of nowhere and just getting lost and out of control. Okay, there's a reason why some people are adding carriers left and right and why some people are not. But the people who are adding carriers left and right, I have heard the pitch and they are very comfortable with the pitch. They sound very natural when they put it out there. They don't always sound like me. They don't even pitch it like me half the time, but they are comfortable with it. And if you're not getting comfortable with it, you're not going to close very many carriers. Okay. And that goes for the follow-up too, because look, when you call someone, let's say you call 10 carriers and you get 7 of them to agree to have that dispatch agreement sent over to them and your profile sheet. I can tell you right now, if you get 7 to agree to that, only about 2 of them are gonna send it back. The other 5, you've got to do a follow-up call, and that follow-up call has to be all attitude. That follow-up call has to create a sense of urgency. The follow-up call is not a get to know you. You already know them. The follow-up call is like, I'm disappointed in you because you told me you wanted to make money and you just sitting on your butt. That's how that follow-up call has got to go. John, what the hell you doing, man? Who is, man, this Calvin, you know who this is. The guy that just talked to you yesterday about making the money, getting you them high-paying loads. How come you ain't sent back the dispatch agreement? Now, he gonna come up with every excuse with, well, I was out, and then I'm gonna cut him off. So it don't even matter. Where you at right now? Don't even give him a chance. Don't give them a chance to explain why they did not send it to you. It doesn't matter why they didn't send it to you. They didn't send it to you. So you're going to cut him off and say, you know what? That don't even matter. Where you at right now? And the first thing he was like, well, why? Because I'm going to show you how much money you're missing out on, man. Where you at right now? I'm in Dallas, Texas. So of course you're going to have what? You're going to have your load map pulled up on one of the logos that has a load map. And you're going to look down and say, man, you know what? I'm looking at almost 2,147 loads in Dallas, leaving out of the Texas area right now. Matter of fact, let's go and see what we're looking at. And you go in there, you start pulling up loads. And you set your straight dispatch to a high amount, 270, 350, or whatever it is. And you pull up all the highlighted loads. You just run down the list. Man, I'm looking at a load right now. The people out in the Texas area that's paying $4.47 per mile. I'm looking at another one that's leaving out paying $5.25 miles. I'm looking at another one that's paying $3.25. I'm looking at about 15 different loads, all of them paying more than $3 a mile. Do you want this money or not? That's how your conversation has to go on your follow-up. And you're not going to be able to do that if you are not comfortable. You're not going to be able to do that if you haven't studied the script, if you haven't learned the script. Okay? This is serious. This is very serious. All right? There are people out there right now that are struggling because they don't have jobs to go to. Right? But we got people in this platform that are doing $10,000, $15,000 a week. Those are the ones who are serious about what they're doing. They're taking this very, very, very seriously. And it gets real serious when you're talking that kind of money. If you don't think it's serious, ask Darren. He'll tell you it's serious. He's created his website. He's done all the things he's supposed to do. He's got a comfortable script. He's mastered the auto-hauling. Okay, and on just that alone, he's doing over 10, 12 grand a week on just one part of the platform. Just imagine what he's doing all put together. We have other people who are doing great within this platform, but those are the ones who are taking it serious. Those are the ones that's that difference between when I tell you all, I got people that are making great money, people that ain't doing squat. Okay, that's that difference. They're taking the time to learn the script. They're taking the time to prepare themselves to be successful. And if you're just, one day I'm just gonna call up and I'm gonna wing it, and you're calling up and, hey, how you doing? Because you're nervous. You're laughing, you're giggling, you're nervous, you're talking a mile a minute. And just saying, you know what? I got some things I gotta do, click, then hang up. And you just write it off as, okay, well, I got one of them, call the next guy. And it's the same thing. You gotta find, and the only way you're gonna get over that nervousness is to learn what you're doing, learn the pitch. I don't want to sound like I'm harping on this, but you can't get to the rest of it if you don't get that part down pat. That's the first step in the platform. That's the very first thing in the platform. You can't skip to the money. You can't skip to the dispatch agreement. You can't skip to the confirmation sheet. You can't skip to all the other stuff you got to do until you learn that script, until you get comfortable with it. When you get comfortable speaking with people, when you get comfortable in presenting things to them and showing them how committed you are, then you are ready to make money. Everything else will come easy. Everything else, you'll be amazed at how everything else just falls into place. But when you try to skip the most important part first, everything else is going to seem like a struggle. You didn't do the first thing first. Okay? So a lot of you all need to rededicate yourself into learning that script, into practicing the script. There are a couple of videos that we have that deal specifically with the script. One is called The Perfect Pitch. There was another one, and if you go straight to YouTube or if you go to your back office site, sometimes it's easier to find it on YouTube because on YouTube you can just type it in and it pulls it up. If you go to YouTube and you put in RBBS, a pitch, put that in. Okay, it is going to pull up those videos that where we are referencing the pitch, but we're actually doing the pitch. Okay. Matter of fact, if I can get this thing to pull up fast enough, I will show it to you. A lot of people coming in. All right. You can go in there, you put in RBBS. Go tonight. R. Yep. RBBS, the pitch. Put that in. It is going to pull up How To Series Part 2, the pitch. It is going to pull up Booking Freight from Home, episode, what's that, 9? Yeah. Episode 11. No, that's 9. Episode 9, A Perfect Pitch. Is that 9? No. I'm not sure what that is. I'm mixing up my Roman numerals. But anyway.
Yeah, that's 9.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It says The Perfect Pitch. This one right here is the one that we do where we have someone who is pretending to be a carrier. This one is live, where I actually call up a carrier and he was as hostile can be. The guy started off cussing. The guy started off, you so-and-so, national dispatcher, so-and-so and so. I don't want to hear from y'all. No, I get 20 calls from y'all. I don't want to hear them. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear. And guess what happened by the end of that pitch? He was signing up. So if you really want to see how a pitch goes, when you got 101 objections, watch that. It is down to about you have to go into it goes in at about 1 hour and 40 minutes. So go to about 1 hour and 40 minutes, and that's where the pitch starts. Okay, that's when we're calling him up. He picks up the phone. You hear it from start to finish. He starts off just laying into me. But do I just let him go? No. Why? Because, like the man said, it's money out there. Y'all know what I'm talking about, Les Club? There's money out there. You better get out there and get that money. Okay, because no, you don't just let him go. You hadn't heard what you had to say yet. You haven't done what you were there to do yet. You haven't delivered your pitch yet. Okay? So I don't let people go. I don't. But that's why my carrier network is so large. Because I take this seriously. And when you start to take it seriously, watch how everything else just falls right into place. I mean, it's like dominoes. You can't get all the others to fall until you click over the first one, right? You can't go to the middle and click that one and expect all of them to fall. You got to go to the first one, you hit it, and then everything else falls into place. Same thing here. All right. With that being said, it's Q&A. hope everyone that got their pizzas are enjoying their pizza. You know, we had quite a few people to call in or to send us their, their address and their phone number so we could order the pizzas for them. And we got those out to a bunch of people. Now, let's hold on, someone is trying to message me. Yeah, Kimberly, it's a little too late to order the pizza. I got people trying to order the pizza now. I can't order the pizza right in the middle of the I can't order the pizzas right. I'm in the middle of the broadcast, so you had to get those to me, ahead of time. All right. So as I was saying, tonight is Q&A. So hope y'all got your questions ready. Let's go ahead and get started. Who's up first with the first question?
Hey, Calvin, this is Damien.
Hey, Damien, what's up?
All right, good, man. Thank you for the pizza.
Ah, no problem, man. No problem.
All right. I just have something to say to some of the guys that are interested in doing the auto haul. Because I talked to some of the members, and what I want to tell you guys, if you don't know what you're doing when you're signing up for on UShip, don't do it.
Exactly.
You're gonna mess up, and they're gonna block you. So, before you signed up, at least book a consultation or something, or try to get with someone who know what they're doing to help you guys out.
I'm
Because if you
glad.
don't, you're not going to reach too far.
Yeah, look, I am so glad you reiterated that, because in every auto hauling training video we have out there, what is the first thing I say? Probably the second, third, and fourth thing I say. If you are not familiar with how this works, if you have not went in and taken a look at this, do not go and sign up with these companies, especially with Central Dispatch and U-Ship. Because I've told you all time and time and time again, they are very anal about how they do business. They are not regular load boards. They're not even part of the regular DOT or the Federal Motor Carrier Association. They do things their own way. And if you are not operating by their guidelines, if you look like you don't know what you're doing, they will ban you, and you would never get back on with them. Okay? I don't know how more sternly I can say that. Okay? Like you said, if you are seriously considering doing the auto hauling, and it is a very profitable side of the business, but you got to, let me repeat this, you have to, you must know what you are doing. You must know what you are doing. Because if you don't, you're gonna just ruin it for yourself. And they're never gonna let you back on. Just not gonna happen. Okay? So before you jump into doing the auto hauling, schedule a private consult. Also, get with Darren or someone who's doing this and they know how to do it right. Okay? And take some guidance. Don't just jump on there and say, well, I'm gonna do it. And, this is no, it doesn't work that way. We for one thing, we employ a strategy that no one else was using before we started doing it. The strategies that I teach you all on how to make money on the auto haul side, no one was doing it when I started doing it. Don't ask me why. But here's one of the reasons why. U-Ship and Central Dispatch, they were not designed to work in conjunction with each other. They were developed as competitions to each other. U-Ship catered to the amateurs and individuals who are just posting stuff on that needs to be moved. Central Dispatch caters to the auto haul professionals, car dealers, people who move mass number of cars. There were two separate platforms. No one was using them combined until I started doing it and introduced it to our platform. So if you're gonna do it, first of all, you might wanna have a conversation with me. You might wanna schedule a private consult. We can do a one-on-one and I can show you exactly what you need to be doing. Okay, because a lot of you are trying to jump right in and all of a sudden you're bidding on stuff that's $600, $700, $800, $900. And I have told you all 1,000 times, you're not bidding on anything under $1,800 until you got this down pat, until you know what you're doing, until you got carriers, auto haulers in your back pocket. Okay? If you don't have these auto haulers that you worked out a relationship with, don't try to bid on stuff that's less than $1,800. And then when you're doing it, there's a certain way you have to do this. There's a certain strategy you have to follow. Okay. And certain things you're gonna need to know before you just jump on there. You're gonna have to know how to set up your website. Okay? Yes. In order to get approved to get on Central Dispatch and U-Ship. And sometimes they may miss something, but trust me, if you screw up one time and you get reported, trust me, they're gonna call you. And they're gonna go through your whole packet with a fine-tooth comb. Okay?
Okay, I will be calling you.
All right. You don't have to call me. You can go right over here to
Actually, I actually watched it like 2 times now.
Yeah. You can go right here. Yeah, look, if y'all need a private consultation, go right
Yeah.
up here to the private consultation and book a private consultation.
Okay.
You know, I mean, you can book a half hour one for just $25.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I promise you, it'll be worth it because we actually will show you some things. We'll log on and we'll show you some things of how you're supposed to be working this. Okay.
Okay.
And how you're supposed to be doing it. Because if you all are just flocking to it because so what he's making that much money and you're just trying to just wing it, all you're doing is hurting yourself.
Okay.
And also, don't go signing up on UShip if you don't know what to put in from what not to put in.
Exactly.
All right.
Because you got to know how to sign up. You got to know what to put on your website. It's the whole totality of it's kind of like kind of like putting a jigsaw puzzle together, you know, or you've got a very expensive clock where everything kind of works in conjunction with something else, and it all has to be just right for it to work right. Okay. But once you got it down, it's easy money. But you got to be focused and committed to sticking to the strategy. Okay.
Calvin, my website is almost finished. Can I still book a consultation so you can see it before actually?
Okay.
I can call you, right?
Yeah, just go and book a consultation because if you try to call me up out the blue, I'm
No,
probably not gonna have
no.
time to talk because I've got so much going on. Okay?
I know.
I'm still got to work on some things that I promised Aaron them that I was working on, and I haven't been able to finish that lately because I've been so busy with, I've just been inundated with phone calls.
You need an assistant, man.
yeah, I do. But yeah, book the consultation.
Okay.
And it's not gonna let you book anything past Wednesday. So it's Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays are the days I do consults. So I don't do consults. I don't do consultations on Thursdays and Fridays. That's my day to work on all my other projects and things I've got to work on to try and bring to the network and bring things in. So
and weekends.
So I try not to do anything on Thursdays and Fridays. And after the class on Saturdays, I actually try not to even pick up the phone until Monday morning. Okay. So just keep that in mind. All right. Next question. Night is Q&A. Next question. This is the night to get your answers if you have questions.
I've got a question.
Sure.
So earlier today, I called somebody, and he kind of put it on he said he's got another broker, and I need to call this other guy. And so I thought he was a owner operator, and I was wondering why did he have me go and call another dispatcher he said he has to get, and so I had to work with this other guy.
Was the guy a dispatcher, or was he calling? Was he running underneath someone else's authority?
He was underneath someone else's authority.
Okay. That's a common thing. Yeah, that's a common thing. Because basically what it is it's like Landstar. Landstar is a company completely built with owner operators, but they're running under Landstar's authority. Landstar does not own any trucks.
Okay.
You can go and get your authority and start your own trucking company without owning any trucks. You can have people that own the trucks, but they don't have their own authority. They sign up underneath your authority, and then you may be paying them 73 1/3%, and you're keeping 27% or 23% or whatever the case may be. You're keeping, 20%, paying them 80%. However it is you want to work it out. You could be paying them up to 90%, and you're keeping 10%. Because you have the authority, but they're running the loads. You understand? So when that happens, it depends on how that company is set up. Sometimes they have to get permission to run their own loads. Now, if the company allows them to run their own loads, you're gonna do a contract with that driver and that owner operator only, the driver of that particular truck. You're not gonna do a contract with the company, but it's with that driver. Now, if the company would do a contract with you, you dispatch all their trucks, great, but chances of that happening is very slim. Okay, so when that happens, you do a contract with that particular owner operator because the company that he's running under allows them to find their own loads. Then your 10% is going to come out of their cut. It's not going to come out of the total load fee. You understand? So if the load fee, let's say, is $1,000, and he's getting 90%, the load, you look at 10%, it's going to come off of $900, not off of $1,000. You understand?
Yes. So why are they on the board then? Like as if they could accept loads.
Well,
Like he's on the load board. Like
they can accept
like
loads, but they can accept loads, but the company may be requiring them to go through them in order to sign on dispatch. And the company can set their rules up and handle what they want to. Now, not all of them are going to be like that. Every now and then you run into one or two like that, but that's not the norm. Okay.
Okay.
Any more questions? Next question.
Calvin, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I guess 2 in 1.
Okay.
Do you believe that we're going to hit a freight cliff, with this Corona thing? And if so, what should be our plan of attack to motivate and keep these owner operators guaranteeing that, hey, just because you're seeing mega carriers cut the fool, we're above that?
Well, you just answered your own question. Because look, there's always a place for cheap freight. Okay.
Oh.
There's always going to be a place in this industry for cheap freight. Okay. But cheap freight is not for everybody. Everybody can't run cheap freight. Okay. Big companies, trucking companies that own 50, 60 trucks, they can run moderately cheap freight. Trucking companies that own a few hundred trucks, they can run, higher, a lower grade of cheap freight. These mega companies like Swift and all these companies that got 2,400 trucks and 3,000 trucks, they can run the cheapest freight of all and still make $20 million a year. But they only have to profit $50 per truck per week. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I know that doesn't sound like a lot. A lot of y'all probably saying, what? Swift can get by on just $50 profit per truck per week. Yes, they can. After paying everybody everything they need to pay, after paying for their fuel, all their truck needs profit is just $50 a week. Right? Because Swift has how many trucks?
14,000.
Exactly. They got a lot of trucks. Okay. But let's say Swift's got.
I've worked with Swift before, so I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Swift has got a lot of trucks. Okay. And look, these companies can afford to run the cheapest freight out there. They can afford to run 98 cents per mile freight or 75 cents per mile freight because they're mega trucking companies. They have a lot of trucks. That's why they company drivers, and they pay the company drivers 30 cents a mile and 30 cents a mile, right? The fuel comes out to be what it comes out to be. So they'll wind up profiting $50 per week, not per load, per week, per truck, right? So if you look at Swift and let's say, let's pull up my calculator here. If you look at Swift, and if Swift have 3,000 trucks, we're not even gonna go up to the 14,000 because we really got more than that. But let's say if they only had a trucking company that has 3,000 trucks, 2,400 trucks out on the road. Put my calculator, but y'all can still answer my screen, right? So if you got a trucking company that has 3,000 trucks, and if they're only profiting $50 a truck per week, not per load, not per day, per week. Okay? That's $150,000 per week. But we're talking about after they pay everybody. After they pay for the fuel, maintenance costs, what is it? That's why they only need to profit just $50 per week.
I started with that.
Okay? And that times 52 weeks, look at that, $7,800,000 per year. Just $50 per week. So yes, there is always gonna be a place for cheap freight, but cheap freight is not for everyone. Okay? Just like there's these companies that can run cheap freight, there's this other freight that needs to be ran also too, the medium-sized freight and the high-end freight. Okay? But this also goes into play. The brokers have got to know how to balance that though. You got a lot of brokers that don't know what the hell they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to negotiate with shippers, for one thing. They don't. So shippers give them all cheap freight. They think they got something going. They ain't got nothing going. Unless they got some mega carriers that they're going to. You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
Because remember, we told you all that when you start contacting shippers, your conversation should not be on, how much high-paying freight you got. And you should not let them decide what they're going to give you. You got to go in and say, first of all, you got to ask them, how much freight do you have that you can only afford to pay $1.50, $1.75 on per mile? Because you're going to address how you're going to move the cheap freight. And how you're going to do that? You're going to set them up by starting off showing them and letting them know that I'm here to help you move your cheap freight. But at the same time, once I told you how I'm going to move your cheap freight, which is I'm going to lose money on it. If you give me freight for $1.50, I'm going to add 25 cents to it or 50 cents to it and make it $2. So I'm going to lose 50 cents per mile on moving your cheap freight. Right? Now that you know how I'm going to move your cheap freight, how much freight do you have that you can afford to pay between $7 and $10 per mile on? You go up to the high freight. Because in order for you to lose money on the cheap freight, you have to move it. You got to make money somewhere, right?
Yes, sir.
And then after they tell you how much you have on that, if you say I can move a higher percentage of that, if they tell you I've got 5,000 loads per week that I can't afford to pay no more than $1.50 on, you may say, well, I can help you move about 25% of that. That's a lot of freight when you come to 5,000 loads, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're making a very, very large commitment.
That's the next question.
Which means you are going to lose money on that cheap freight. So then you got to make money where? On your high-end freight and on your middle freight. Because on your high-end freight, you're going to use that profit to offset the losses on moving the cheap freight. And the most important freight that you got is that middle of the road freight. Now, with that being said, I've shown you how I'm going to lose money on moving your cheap freight. I'm showing you how I'm going to balance it out with the $1 freight, if you have, right? So I'm kind of breaking even almost. Now I need to make money. How much freight do you have that you can afford to pay between $3 and $7 per mile? That's that middle of the road freight. That's where all your profits is going to come from. It's a balancing act. And brokers, a lot of these brokers don't know how to do that. They don't even know how to start a conversation with the shipper. They're just going on. Well, I need some good paying freight. Where just starting now, so all I'm going to be able to get is cheap freight. No, you gotta know how to go in and negotiate. You gotta know where to start. You gotta know where to take them to, and you gotta know where to wind up at. It's a balancing act. Okay. So there's a lot more to this than just getting my bond and getting my insurance, and now I'm going to go $1 billion moving freight. It don't work that way. You gotta know what you're doing. Okay. Now, and to answer your question is this: things are going to get back to some form of normality. Is that going to be very soon? No. Okay. Is it going to get back to exactly the way it was? No. We are never going to get back to exactly the way we were. Okay. That's just a fact of life that everyone has to live with. Okay. We got to start, doing more healthy things, especially, African Americans, and this thing, it attacks people with underlying health conditions the worst. People like myself with diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure. All these are in the African American community, right? Because we don't eat right. We tend not to exercise as much. We tend not to, we tend to just think we're supermen, superwomen, but we're not. Something like this comes along, and it preys upon the weak. It preys upon the elderly. It preys upon the sick. Not sick, but if you have underlying health conditions, lupus, a lot of African Americans have that. Diabetes, a lot of African Americans have that. Heart disease, a lot of African Americans have that. Lung disease, smokers, and stuff like that. Yes, it is going to attack those the worst. When people say, well, how come it's not attacking, African Americans from another country? Because African Americans outside of America know how to take care of themselves. We're spoiled here. You can say what you want to. You can call it a conspiracy. You can blame it on 5G. You can blame it on anything you want to blame it on. But look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Okay? We've got to change a whole lot. Not just African Americans, but everyone. The world has changed. That one thing that all these experts were fearing about, one thing getting through, that one thing finally got through. That one thing finally slipped past them. It is changing how we do things forever. You're never gonna see restaurants that have tables pumped up on top of each other anymore. So when this thing because it's never gonna go away. It's not gonna go away. They'll come up with a vaccine, they'll come up with some type of treatment for it, but it's not gonna go away. It's gonna be another one of those things that kill a lot of people every year. Okay? And because of that, things are gonna have to change. Because this kills so fast and so in such a drastic way. You can get it on the 1st and be dead on the 14th. It ain't like the cold, right? What people will tell you. So things are never gonna get back to the way it was, but we will get back to some form of normality. Now, when that happens, there's gonna be a lot of other changes that's gonna have to take place, especially in the trucking industry. Okay, there's a lot of changes that are going to take place, and you all are going to hear a lot of stuff about automation. You all are going to hear a lot of stuff about, all these different things that they can do to help lessen people from getting, infected and making the industry more safer and all this other stuff. But look, there is always going to be a need for that owner operator. If they go to automation, it would be these large mega companies. Okay, if that happens, and they won't go completely automated. They have a certain, percentage of their workforce that will go automated. But the owner operators are still going to be owner operators. There's always going to be a need for that owner operator. Always. Okay, so a lot of people are scared. And yes, rates have started to tip off a little bit. When this thing first started, it shot way up. Then as it kind of got into the groove, rates came back down. Now I'm gonna make you all another prediction. In about 3 to 4 weeks, you're gonna see rates rise a little bit, but they're not gonna go as high as they were before. They're gonna taper off and kind of hold a steady realm there between 250, 450 per mile. It will stabilize. It will stabilize. Okay? So you just gotta ride it out. In the meantime, learn how to do load management. Take this time to learn all the skills and stuff that you need that's gonna make you a better dispatcher, a better owner operator, a better freight broker, things of that nature. Because there's money still out there. You just gotta dig a little bit harder to go get it. Okay, even our carriers, you know, we got a lot of them that went home. You know, about 28%, you know, decided that they just want to just get off the road off right now. You know, so that's cut us down from 317 down to about, took a hit. We went down to about, last time I checked, we were down to like 197 or 190. So yeah, we took a hit. But what does that mean? That means that the guys that are out there, they're making more money now. Why? Because they have to take up the slack. So, you know, 61 hand, half a dozen the next. But this is the industry we're in. And we're one of the few industries that is still up and going. So remember that also too, because there's a lot of people out there right now that they don't know what they're gonna do. They really don't. You know, there are so many options within this industry that you still make plenty of money. Okay, you got the regular freight, you got the auto hauling, you know, you got box trucks and things starting to come up a little bit now. So you got all types of stuff that you can do within this industry. Not only that, if you're a forward thinker and an innovator, you come up with different platforms, you come up with new technology, you come up with all types of things that can still make you a millionaire within this industry. Okay? Better load boards, better way to move cars, better way to, you know, like some of the stuff that I'm working on now, I'm working on how to alleviate cheap freight. Okay? Now I don't want to tell y'all how we're gonna do that, but I've got a good grasp on how it can be done. Okay, so you know, you just gotta hang in there, you just gotta hang tough, and you just gotta, you know, commit yourself to learning your craft now. Okay. Questions. Or did you have a second question, you know, on that?
I got a question.
Yeah.
Calvin, in an instance where you have a carrier picked up a load and he's going from point A to B, and in between there he might have had an accident or maybe a couple of flat tires or whatever, is he responsible for that load until it gets to the destination?
Who? The
carrier.
Ultimately, the broker is responsible for the load. Ultimately, okay.
So
when it breaks right down to now, that doesn't alleviate the carrier out of their responsibility, no. But the broker is, the buck stops there, because the broker is the one that insured who? The shipper, right?
Yes.
That freight would be moved, the freight would be moved safe. The broker is the one who has taken ownership of that freight. The carrier has taken responsibility to move it. So yes, the carrier is responsible for that load until they drop it. But ultimately speaking, the broker is the one that's going to be held accountable by the shipper. Now, does that mean the carrier gets off scot-free? No, because the broker is going to go after the carrier just like the shipper is going to go after the broker. You understand?
Yes, I got you.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle of the insurance companies. It's going to be the shipper's going to say, well, you had it insured. The broker's going to say, well, the carrier, you had it insured, and they're going to let the insurance company battle it out. You know, so the insurance company will probably want, the way it would probably work is the broker's insurance company will collect from the carrier, and the shipper's insurance company will collect from the broker's insurance company. I mean, come on. And the insurance companies, they all make out like fat cats. So that's what insurance is for, in case what? SHIT happens. Right? Just in case.
Yeah.
All right?
Okay, got it.
Next question.
I have a question about the invoicing process.
Okay.
So when you're, I jotted down my notes that I wanted to have a question on. So I seen, as far as my studies, what is required to fill in? You know, when you fill in as far as doing the invoicing, do you put RBBS information?
No.
It's yours. I mean, I've just seen that stuff.
Yeah. All right. We used to handle your invoicing for you all.
Okay.
A lot of the stuff that you all are seeing in it is still from our old process. Okay, but the bulk of it is still the same, except for anytime you see something that says forward over to RBBS or process by RBBS or send it to RBBS. No, just forget that. Anything that says anything like that, you replace it with your company. Either you store it in your own email, either you put down there your process is done by your company, or it's done through Square, or done through QuickBooks, or however you want to do it. Because now we don't share in your revenue. Okay, you all keep 100% of everything you earn. You know, we are simply here to provide you all with the tools and resources, training, and support. That's our function. Okay, we're here to help you save money. We're here to keep y'all on track. We're here to provide guidance. You know, so we provide you with all these tools and resources, but you all do the work. And quite naturally, if you're doing the work, you should make all the money, right? That's why we're set up that way. Just simply pay us a monthly subscription fee to access all those tools, resources, training, and the support.
Okay. So one of my last personal questions would be, as far as your experience in your entire career, as far as dispatching, what would you say would be, just as far as dispatching and trying to, you know, to get people loads, and I'm okay with cold calling and everything. What would you say would be your most difficult task out of the whole six steps almost? I know it's a lot of steps, but what would you say would be your difficult task? I just want to know from your experience.
I wouldn't say the most difficult, but the most important task is, or I would say the most important, but one of the most important tasks is load management. Knowing how to run a truck. Because look, everything that I've shown you all comes from knowing how to run a truck. Okay? Simple as that. You know, I drove trucks for a living. I was an owner operator for a living. So I know how to run a truck. I took the time to learn how to run a truck. Okay? Learn how to do load management. That comes into play when I'm doing dispatch. It comes into play when I was a broker company. That right there, learning how to run a truck, is going to play in everything you do in this industry almost. Okay? Because finding your own operators, that's easy. We give y'all websites and show you how to find them. You know, getting them to sign your dispatch agreement, that's not that hard if you take the time to learn the pitch. That's not that hard. You know, everything that comes after that is kind of automatic as far as after you find them the loads and you manage them. But after that, doing what? It's just the paperwork. Getting the confirmation rate sheet from the broker, that's easy, right? Getting them to sign it, get it back over to the broker, that's easy, right? Getting the BOL and the carriers invoice and send it back, all that stuff is easy. The hardest part and the most essential part to this is the middle part. Matching your carriers with the right loads. And learning how to take your carriers and consult with your carriers and help them to become better owner operators. That's why communication is so key in this whole thing. That's why I try so hard to get you all to talk with each other, to do the public speaking, to conduct the sales training on Monday nights. And I want you all to get used to sales, get used to selling ideas and your opinions and your strategies over to your carriers. It's all, that's what I mean by when I say this is all sales. Okay, because once you learn how to do load management and learning how to find, you know, those interconnecting loads, then turning them into what? Dedicated routes, right? Turning them into dedicated lanes. Then you got your carriers that set up to where they're running the same loads every day, every week. They're running the same 3 set of loads. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, right? That's gonna kind of alleviate the hecticness and the chaos of what you're doing. But before you can do that, you got to know how to do what? Load management. You got to know how to find, you got to know how to get a carrier from an area that's not paying, that doesn't have a whole bunch of loads. You got to find a way to work them down to an area that does have loads. You got to be able to convince a carrier, yeah, I know you're in North Dakota, that's where you live, but you got to make money, right? Ain't no money up in North Dakota.
Right.
Right? So since you are already running all around the country for a week and a half before you get back home anyway, why don't I run you down to South Carolina or Texas or Florida or somewhere, and you just stay there for the week. You make 3 times more money, right? And then you just fly home every weekend. Aren't you getting home more than you was normally getting home before? Or before you get home every other weekend or every other 2 weeks. Now you're getting home every weekend. Not only that, you wind up back in the same place every night, right? So you can actually have a spot, you can actually lay in the bed, have some type of normal life. You have a better functioning, you have a better quality of life, you're making more money, and you get more home time. But you gotta sell that. You gotta sell that. Because not every state is gonna have great paying, gonna have a lot of loads and great paying freight. You gotta find a way to convince your carriers, your owner operators, to go outside and hang out in an area where money's being made, and then they just commute home every weekend.
Okay.
Right?
So, that's right. One of my next questions would be, is how often, once before you told me that this all goes into sales. I'm a little comfortable with that.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm kind of thinking beforehand, as far as if a carrier is normally traveling long, longer miles, how often do you ever get into a dispute versus? I know it makes sense. Everything you say, it makes totally good sense. How often do you come into a dispute or trying to convert somebody from, traveling a longer distance to a shorter distance?
Well, I don't get into disputes. They can either take my advice or they don't take my advice. I just lay it out to them. I lay it out. Look, y'all heard me say this time and time again. I love numbers. Those numbers would never lie. Right. You can't make numbers lie. I don't care how you twist it, turn it. Plus 2 is going to always be 4. You can't make numbers lie. So if you break it down to them by the numbers, right? So look, right now you're making this much money. But here I'm going to show you by the numbers how I can take you from $400 to $500 a week and take you up to almost $9,000 to $10,000 a week. And have you home every weekend versus being home every other weekend. Or every third weekend. Right? Now, if I show you that and you still refuse to jump on that, that's not an argument. That's just you not gonna make that much money. And I'm gonna spend my time working with the carriers that want to make money. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not gonna be spending a whole bunch of time trying to find freight all over the country for someone who refuses to see the truth. You understand what I'm saying? Just because someone doesn't want to accept the truth don't mean that it ain't true. I mean, they can either accept it or they don't, but if they don't accept it, somebody else will. Okay? And that goes back to another thing. I see a lot of you try so hard to work with hot shots and box trucks and things of that nature. I just don't waste my time with stuff like that.
Me neither. Yeah.
I mean,
take your advice.
Yeah, I just don't. I just don't waste my time. Yeah, you're gonna find 1 or 2 that you can probably, but it's not worth my time to even deal with that.
So can I ask you one thing?
Mm-hmm.
So since I know what the definition of a hot shot is, I mean it's kind of like, what is the actual situation with a hot shot? I mean, I know it's like it's hooked up to a vehicle, but why wouldn't it be profitable to add on the hot shot as far as the rest of the load?
Because they can't pull as much weight. They're not gonna, in order for them to go, you know, the same distance, and they're not gonna be able to pull as much weight. They gotta make almost 3 times more money in order to make it work for them. If you got a hot shot who's pulling cars, right? If he doesn't have a car trailer, a 5-car trailer, that means he's running a regular flatbed. He just strapped the cars down. Most he's going to be able to get on that thing is with 2 cars, right? At the most. So that means if he's making a bid on something that's leaving Florida, going to California, he's going to have to charge at least what, $3,500 to $4,000. Versus the guy that's got a big semi, he's got an 11-car hauler or a 9-car hauler, right? And he's got 7 cars on his 9-car hauler. He's got 2 spaces left. He's already going that way. He's already burning the fuel, right? So if you're offering him just $300 a car, he's happy to get it. Why? Because now he's doing what? He's lessening how much money he's got to pay out on fuel costs. He's already burning that fuel going that way, right? So all he's doing now, you're offering him a way to make more money on the route that he's already going. Versus a hot shot has got to charge what, $3,000 to $4,000 just to make his money. So who's going to win out on that every time? The guy with the big carrier. That's the people you should be concentrating on. And the same way with regular freight too. They can't pull as much. So they're gonna have to charge more to make that run versus a big carrier. He can put more freight on his drive van. He can put more freight on his flatbed because he put more freight in his refrigerator. You see what I'm saying? And there's more freight out there for those types of runs, for those type of trailers, for the big trucks. You know, if you're gonna be a hot shot, you might as well sign up with these RV companies and these boat companies where they move stuff from one, you know,
pretty good.
Exactly, where they just
Should have corned beef.
they go up there, pick stuff up, and then they pay them like $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 just to bring it down.
Okay.
You'd be better off doing that
That's it.
if you were a hot shot.
Pretty good though.
Someone's got a conversation going on. Please mute your mic. I don't know who it is, but I just muted somebody. I didn't think they cut it out. All right. But hopefully I'm gonna answer your question. All right.
Yeah.
Next question, anybody?
Calvin, Don Pierce, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay. On that deal you talked about, the gentleman talked about earlier, I had talked 3 carriers into changing their routine. I worked the area before, Las Vegas, Nevada to Phoenix, Arizona. It's called a triangle back to Ontario all day long. And I was able to get there another $1, so I'm waiting on that paperwork. But I'm just checking in. I want to make this class tonight, and life is going to be good because I've done this before. So that's what I'm working on.
Yeah, it's all about look. Dispatchers make great carriers. Good dispatchers make great carriers. Okay, not the other way around. All right, good dispatchers make great carriers. You have to train your carriers on how to run. A lot of them think they know how to run, but remember, they're right there on point. So they can't see the whole field like you can.
Exactly. Education is the key. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, you're way up there. You got the high ground. You see the whole battlefield.
Yeah. Hey. We are playing that sniper game.
Yeah. I mean, you've got them covered. All they can see is where they're going into. That's all they can see. But you up here, and you see what they're doing, you see what other carriers are doing, you see what the loads are doing, you can see the whole thing. You see the whole country. You can pull up the map and see what goes in what state, what's paying what, where, this and that. So you get to do what? To guide them to where the money is.
Yeah.
That's your job. Your job has got to be to guide them to where the money is and to teach them how to make more money.
Yeah, and they believe that when I told them that, and two, I wanted to get some networking with some people in the Las Vegas area where I can help them, they can help me, and we can work that percentage deal. So
that's what it's all about. So y'all connect, y'all connect in the chat group and do what y'all got to do.
Okay, and that chat group is going to be on
Facebook.
Okay.
All right. Now we need to try and wrap this up because the weather's been really, really, really bad here. We got thunderstorms and high winds and stuff here tonight. And I kind of want to go outside and check on my dog. We got one dog that stays outside. He's got an outdoor pen. This huge big pen for him. So it's off the ground. It's his pen is inside the gazebo. Outside. So he's pretty cool. He's got another dog house inside his pen. So and it's got 4 sides on it on the top, so he's pretty good. But I want to check on him. But anyway, 9/11. We're gonna try and shut it down about 9:20. So let's have a few more questions.
Mr. Butler, Don Parrish, can you give me that Facebook thing again where I can contact them or your special Facebook?
All you're gonna do is you're gonna go to my Facebook page. Okay. As a matter of fact, it's in your new members welcome packet. Okay. If you look in your new members welcome packet, there's a link. Well, I take it back. It's when you go to the orientation video, it's right underneath the orientation video. Right here. RBBS orientation.
Okay.
There's the orientation video that you all go to. And the instructions tell you to click down underneath the show more button. Right there's the show more button. Click that. It opens up and it gives you these 2 sets of instructions. Second set of instructions tells you to do what? Feed the Facebook and send an inbox request to the following profile. Click that, and that's going to take you right over.
Got it.
All right, it's going to take you right over there. Okay.
Got it. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, Calvin, I have a question.
Sure.
Is it possible to access that straight dispatcher tool with your smartphone?
No.
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 You have to have like a tablet or something?
No, because it's an actual license key, and it's only going to work with the browser that it's been approved to work on, which is Firefox right now. It used to work on Google and on Internet Explorer, but Google changed their encryption requirement.
Okay.
They changed their encryption requirements, and it would have required Khalid getting a whole lot more powerful servers, which would run him a whole lot more money. When you start getting those servers and dealing with encryption, they burn a lot of energy. Light bills, if you got enough servers, you have a light bill out one.
I tried it. I tried it on everything. I tried it on the PlayStation. I tried it on the VR on the PlayStation. I tried it on the Xbox. I tried it on everything. It don't even work with the small HP Chromebook.
No. It's only gonna work with Firefox.
If you got a standard laptop or a desk computer with, like, I looked up all the Firefox you can install as far as apps. It gets to the point to where there's only one app you can install that'll work for it, but you can't get it unless it's on a standard laptop, on the desktop.
Now,
so I tried it all.
Now, it'll work on my tablet, but my tablet is a conversion tablet. It converts from a tablet to a laptop.
I need to know what tablet you got.
It's the tablet.
I need an email on what tablet you got. This
is the tablet. It's the HP.
This going straight. This going right back.
Yeah, it works on this one. This is the HP. I got my wife one too, but
I think I do
HP
have
what?
an HP, but it's
but
small.
this one it turns from a tablet to a laptop. You can turn it into a laptop.
Okay.
Do
But
you have the model number?
It is the HP Pavilion 360.
HP Pavilion 360.
Yep. And
Now, how do I explain Square to the customers? Because I be getting them to sign up, but they don't. I had one guy in Chicago, and I really couldn't explain I was going to invoice him, and he didn't know how he was going to send me money.
Look, I'm gonna shoot you an invoice by text and by email. All you got to do is click on it and pay with a debit credit card. That's all you got to do.
Okay.
That's all they need to know, right?
Right.
Well, I'm gonna text it to you. I'm gonna email it to you. When you get it, it's self-explanatory. You click on it, it opens up the invoice. You just click where it says pay invoice, put your credit card information in, and hit submit, and the money goes right to me, right into my Square account. But they don't even have to know, what is being processed through. Just basically say, I'm gonna send you my invoice by text and by email. Either way, if you get it on your phone, click on it, open it up. I got your credit card, put your credit card information in, hit submit. Bam. Simple as that.
Okay.
Calvin, I got a question. Calvin, I got a question.
Yeah.
What are lumper fees and do they affect us?
What are what kind of fees?
Lumper fees?
They don't affect you as a dispatcher, no. Most times, lumper fees can be taken care of by the broker. Okay, that's something that you got to go over with the broker at the time when you're working out your rate confirmation sheet. Okay, that's something that you all should be asking your broker about. A lot of times, it will be in your rate con how they handle that. If it's not, ask them about it. If a broker,
How do you know whether to ask them about lumper fees or not on a load?
if it's not in your rate con, you ask them about it.
Okay, so they should.
Yeah.
I mean, every load would have a lumper fee then?
No, all loads don't have lumper fees. So some shippers don't charge you to load and unload. Some shippers do. You know what I'm saying?
But if they do charge, is it on that rate con? If they do charge?
Yeah, it should be on the rate con. If you don't see it on the rate con, it's a simple question: does this shipper charge lumper fees? And if so, do you help out with that, or do you take care of that?
Is there any kind of specific freight that would generally have lumper fees, like on a reefer?
Now, lumper fees are gonna vary depending on the shipper. It's just another way for shippers to make money. For the receiving shipper or the West shipper to make money. That's all it is. Okay. They have people who will load. I've paid lumper fees as low as $75, as high as $500. It just depends, and all in between. There's no way to tell, what the standard fee is going to be because it just depends on the shipper.
Okay.
Now, chances are, if you ask the broker, he should know what the shippers are charging on lumper fees.
Okay. I just didn't know which loads to look for lumper fees, or whether I had to even look for lumper fees on every load or what.
Now, you just got to ask. I mean, if you don't see it, it's just a simple question. Does this load have lumper fees? Did it say yep, no, or I don't know? Well, find out for me, please.
All right, so that's a standard question then whenever you're talking to the broker about getting a rate con sheet and all that. That's a standard question then. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. And now, a lot of them, if you're reading your rate cons, it covers that. It would tell you what, if there are lumper fees, just have the carrier to call the broker, and the broker will authorize a com data check. So just about every owner operator has calm data checks in their truck. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, every owner operator who's been an owner operator for longer than a week knows to have those calm data checks. Okay. All right. And they're only good when they have the authorization number, and the brokers have the authorization number. You understand?
Okay. And so that they'll print out a check in their truck and give it to the receiver.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're already. They come in a book. You know, kind of like a regular checkbook, or they come in a stack. You know, you just take it, pull it off, you go in there, and you fill it out, and they tell you how much it is, and they put the amount in, and you're gonna call up your broker, and your broker's gonna tell the broker how much the lumper fees are. He's gonna give you the authorization number. You're gonna put the authorization number on there. You're gonna go back in this authorization number. They're gonna phone it in, or they're gonna key it in. They're gonna say authorized. Go.
Perfect. So they don't ever try to mess you over and have lumper fees and don't tell you about it. And then when you get there, now the driver's down $300 because he's got to pay lumper fees.
Oh, I'm gonna try it now. I didn't say they would never try it.
Okay.
So would try it. That's what you gotta ask.
Okay, great. All right, perfect. That's good.
Yeah. One thing you gotta know. I don't ever put anything past the broker.
All right.
I really don't.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Because they're trying to make money just like everyone else is, and the more money they save, the more money they're making.
Calvin, this is Camille. I have a question.
Yep.
This is about objections that a carrier may have.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done a lot of pitching, but what is a good comeback to an objection that the carrier says, well, I only deal with brokers? What's a good way to, circumvent that?
Why you only deal with brokers?
Because he thinks he's getting more money if he deals directly with brokers.
Okay, so if you tell me you want loads that's paying $3.25 per mile, and I find you loads that's paying $3.25, $3.45, $3.50, $4.50, right? And you're gonna get the exact amount of money that I told you that you was gonna get, because whatever that load is on the load board, whatever the amount is, that's how much money you're gonna get paid. Now my 10% is gonna come out of that, but you're not making any less money.
Okay.
Because I'm getting you exactly what you want, right? So, because remember, you're gonna tell me what you want. I'm not gonna tell you what I've got for you, because that's what a broker does. So who's doing a better job for you? Broker's gonna tell you what he's got for you. You're gonna tell me what you want. I'm gonna go out and look for what you want. So there's never gonna be a situation where I call you back and say, hey, take this or leave it. So that's what a broker does.
Brokers tell you what you want.
Okay.
So who's doing better for you?
You are.
All right, great. Where can I send my dispatch report?
Okay, I'm just gonna put that on a recording, and I'm just gonna push play. Okay?
You can play it back. Look. The key to overcoming objections is learning the script. And when I say learn the script, I don't mean just the words, but learn the meaning behind the script. Practice the script enough to where you actually got the meaning behind the script. The script provides everything you need to overcome any objection that they come up with. My wife books freight for me. I don't pay her a dime. Why would I have you to dispatch? Sure, I understand. And believe me, I'm not trying to replace your wife. I'm pretty sure she's very good at what she does. But let me ask you a question. If your wife is looking for loads for you one morning, she's finding your loads at $275, $285, and $290, and then you come on because you're better at this, because you've been doing this a while and you're obviously better at it, and you find a load that's paying $310, $325, and $335. Then I call you up and I got loads that's paying $410, $475, and $5. Whose load you gonna run that day?
Right. You.
Right.
That's the script, because the script tells you what. You tell me what you want. I'm only gonna call you when I got the kind of loads you want, on the place you want to go, any kind of money you want to get paid. So if that's the script, the objection is easy to overcome. I don't care what the objection is. The script provides all of the ammo you need. That's why it's so important to learn that script. If you go and watch that, The Perfect Pitch, the one I told y'all I'm gonna go watch, that guy came up with every objection in the world. Every objection. But guess what? Every rebuttal I had came from the script. It was provided to me.
What is that? Is that on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube, and it's in your back office. It's in if you go to YouTube and you look for RBBS, if you look for RBBS pitch, RBBS the pitch.
Is that pretty
There it is
much
right there. Where it
is that the one when the guy had the dog and the dog took a poop and you responded to it?
I don't know. That might have been. No, that was a different one. This is this is the one where the guy just started off cussing. He started off cussing.
I want to know if you can have the specific details in the one that you're talking about. I would want that.
Yeah, there it is right there. It's called The Perfect Pitch. It's also in your back office video library. It's The Perfect Pitch. And it's at 1 minute and 40 seconds. Right here is where it starts at, with us calling this guy right here, Petrie Trucking. It's at 1 minute and 40 seconds is where it starts at.
An hour and 40 minutes or what?
Yeah, I'm sorry, at 1 hour and 40 minutes, yeah. That's where it pretty much starts at, okay? So we started calling around about 1 hour, 18 minutes, no. Yeah, 1 hour and 40 minutes left in the thing is when we started calling. 1 hour, 18 minutes, yeah, somewhere around there. So you just fast forward to it, 1 hour, 18, and start there. And I mean, the guy came up with every, you know. Yeah, it's at 1 minute and hold on here. I'm gonna tell you when it starts with the actual. It starts at 1 minute and it actually starts at like 1 minute and hold on here. Hold on. All right. Yeah, it starts at about 1 minute and yeah, it starts at about 1 minute and about an hour and 4 minutes. Hour and 4 to an hour and 5 minutes is right when the conversation started, because I called them up and I mean, it's the perfect example, because when I called him up, I called him by his name and I asked him where he was. He said, man, I thought you was inside. I'm watching the game. You know, I mean, it's just, you know, some type of lighthearted conversation to start off with. And then he went into, well, who is this? I told him who I was. He was like, oh, man, I get calls from you so-and-so and mother blippity blip, son of a so-and-so and such, you know, national dispatch, mother so-and-so all the time. Right? So obviously, he had been contacted by a number of people within our platform, all right? and he had basically just laid them all to waste. So I made up my mind right then and there that I'm going to close this guy, because apparently a lot of my students had tried to close him, but I'm going to show you all how you close a guy. And he put up a fight. Guess what? In the end, he signed up. Because one thing you cannot argue with logic. I mean, you can't. You can't, Mr. Spock says it all the time, that's perfectly logical. You can't argue with logic. Okay? Live long and prosper. That's perfectly logical. Fascinating. You can't argue with logic. Okay? Because it makes so much sense. And no sane person can argue with logic. Okay? Especially when the numbers back it up. And when you learn to pitch, you have that going for you. All right? It's all about the pitch. All about the pitch. All about the pitch. All right, everybody. I've got a caller for tonight. It's 9:31. I've got to get outside before this rainstorm hits and check on my dogs and
all right. I'm sorry. I made a mistake and muted my. I was talking to you for a split minute before you just cut off the whole thing. As far as the pitch, like I don't want to brag, but I'm somebody that like I'm going to study the research. So it's like I'm going to know the pitch tool in another existence, because I'm not going to say just to let it, not to be personal. It's quiet in here. It's never quiet in here where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My lady, my future fiance, they went to grandma's house because they know I keep listening to the same thing. Yeah. So as far as the pitch concerned, how far do you get to the pitch? I mean, as far as personal for you, how long do you get into the actual word for word pitch?
I don't do the pitch word for word.
Of course not.
I mean, I don't. I mean, I know it word for word, but I don't do it word for word. You got to make it. You got to customize it to yourself. Right. All right. The wording of the pitch is just an outline. It gives you boundaries. It keeps you on the field. Okay. That's why when I say learn the pitch, because when you learn the pitch, it will keep you on the field. It won't let you spin out of control like you jumping into a rear-wheel drive sports car for the first time and you punch it and your rear end just starts going everywhere. Okay?
Right. If I had that happen before selling the car.
Yeah. If you know your pitch, I did that in a 300Z. So I used to sell Nissans. And I was showing this brand new.
Calvin.
I was showing this brand new. I was showing this brand new 300Z to a customer, and I was going, we had got out there on one of these winding roads, and it was just a long stretch. And I said, I'm gonna show y'all what this thing can do, and I hit it. What? That thing spin all the way around. And then fantail on one side of the road and fantail on the other side of the road, and I'm just trying to look like I know what I'm doing. And the customer, they had turned ghost white.
Hey, Calvin.
Yeah, he was ghost white. but we got back to the dealership, and he was like, I gotta have that car. I mean, it scared the hell out of him, but he said, I gotta have that car.
Hey, Calvin.
Yeah.
I have a 94 twin turbo with 1400 horsepower right now.
Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, man, look. Them rear-wheel drives, those rear-wheel drives and those all-wheel drives, I had I had one of the first Honda Prelude VR4s with the all-wheel drive and all-wheel steering. And that thing used to scare me sometimes, but nothing is like that 300, like those the rear-wheel drive 300Z, and they had a Mustang they had a Corvette that was a rear-wheel drive. Was that the Stingray?
I never heard of that.
No, not with the Corvette. That Charger. My uncle had a Dodge Charger, a 72.
Mm.
And him and my other uncle used to race. My other uncle had a 1969 Barracuda.
I used to sell cars at a platinum level.
And they used to race all the time.
I
And
didn't even know Dodge sold cars at 72.
Look, I remember my uncle took
So
me.
what? Good, how about you, bro? Yeah, I'm about to.
I don't know what they got
I
going
get back
on.
so late, man. They send me back real late.
You said a Dodge
Charger.
in 72?
72 Dodge Charger.
I never even heard of that.
You never heard of 1972 Dodge Charger? Man,
I do my research, but I feel like I was a salesman. I became a platinum salesman because one of my football friends, after like 2 or 3 years, he begged me like, yo, I need you to come in here. I said, you know what? I love him. I'm going to come in there and work for him.
There it is right there.
Market. And I was like,
1972.
whoa.
There it is right there.
Whoa.
1972 Dodge Charger.
Looks like a Barracuda.
Yeah.
That 1972 Dodge Charger.
Yeah, they did look a lot like the Barracudas.
Right.
It's probably faster than today's.
Yeah, look, that thing was, look, my uncle took me to Georgia one time because we used to, I grew up in Dogtown. I actually take a baseball and roll it into Georgia, right? My uncle took me to Georgia one time, and him and my other uncle, they used to, race all the time. Man, I mean, guys used to come from all over the country just to race them. I mean, seriously. And we were coming from Georgia, and he was doing about 90, 95, and a 55. And
that's fast.
Colquitt County, no, Bowstown sheriff deputy jumped in behind us. And I'm only about 10 years old. He looked on me, and he used to call me little big head. He said, little big head, we got one behind us. What you want to do? I said, run it. What? And he said, strap in. It's already about 6 o'clock. The sun's starting to go down. So I strapped in because he had one of those harness you pull over, you strap in, and he had one of those big shifters. Shift that bad boy, and that bad boy dropped down, and the front end raised up, and off he went. He was doing about 120 on those back roads. And,
oh, man. So he had to have...
Look, he had about 5 sheriff deputies that was on his tail. Now, back then, once you crossed over the state line, they couldn't mess with you. He got on this long, now, we knew the back road. He got on this long stretch. It was about 6:30, and they were still chasing. I was dark. He shut his lights off.
Don't do that today.
He shut his lights off doing about 110, 120 miles an hour.
Dang.
And just kept on going. And when we got past the state line, slammed on brakes and pulled over to the side and got out and just shot him a bird. And they couldn't do anything about it. Because back then, they couldn't cross the state line. But yeah, that Dodge Charger was something else. I mean, that bad boy was something else. And he had the one that had the like this right here. That had the intake on top of the hood, the breather.
The cool air intake.
I mean, that was the original Hemi right there, boy.
That joint looked like a bullet.
That was the original Hemi. But anyway, let me go. All right, y'all.
Sure.
I've heard enough of my stories, and I got enough training for tonight. But I will see y'all back here on Saturday for the 6 Figure Book and Faithful Home Show. Now, remember, you all stay safe, practice your social distancing. Okay, you can get yourself some masks. Order you some masks. Ordered another case for my wife and I. The disposable ones, and I got the ones that you can disinfect and reuse too. Those are the military grade ones. And you all can order. So you can order them online. Company called Mask Protect has them. You all can order those. And it take a while for them to get to you though. It takes them almost a month on delivery because they're so backed up now. But make sure you all wear your mask, when you go outside. If you got to go to the grocery stores, put on yourself 2 pair of disposable gloves. And when you go in the store, put on 2 pair of disposable gloves. Okay, so it's just make sure you wipe down your shopping carts and everything with your disinfectant. And as you're shopping, you're putting in, don't touch your face, don't go rubbing your neck and touching your face and scratching with your gloves on, because you just cross-contaminated. You finish shopping and you get outside, take the top pair of gloves off, dispose of them. Okay, got your bottom pair of gloves still on. When you get home, remove your bottom pair of gloves. Pinch them here in the palm of your hand first. Pull it off when you got they're inside out. Take your clean hand, run it underneath your glove like this, right? Don't turn it over. Run it underneath the glove like this. Then turn it over, and you pull it off from the inside, and it's gonna be inside out. And then when you do that, you're gonna just roll the other glove inside of it. And don't forget, when you get inside, wash your hands. Okay, nothing can replace washing your hands. It makes no sense to wear gloves if you're not gonna wash your hands afterwards. All right, everybody. All right. Take care of yourselves. Practice your social distancing, because this thing is not a joke. It really is killing people, and it's killing people fast. And nothing worse than having to die alone, because not like anything else. Your family can't be there with you. So just remember that. That's just a serious side of it. But if take precautions, and do what we should be doing, we should come out of the thing okay. All right, everybody. I wish all y'all are happy and safe next couple of days. See y'all back here on Saturday, and stay focused. All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
All right.
Peace out.
Good night.
Thanks, Calvin.
Good night. Good night.